some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Next little net hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Jeter, gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing to be back in the black box as we blow. It's a session. I've never found her attractive. Not calling her ugly. I'm just not attracted to any and everything. I guess she would be considered generally cool because she's just like got a neutral look, but was never attracted to me. And she was unattractive due to her voice. Like, that just was disgusting to me. However, they say Glorilla, the Glow, the GLO and the GLE, and plastic surgery is going to have some more regular females insecure. I believe that might be the angle of this piece from O'Shea Duke Jackson. But without trying to predict what he on, with no further ado, let's see what he say. Glorilla has been up to.
Fame. And before she got the money, she looked like this.
Here from now on, I'm going to make fun of you every time I walk out the door. Every time I go in the door, I'm going to make fun of you.
Well,
I don't
just
care.
like I'm going to do you.
But today, Glorilla looks more like this. Now she got an NBA boyfriend,
Fake nose.
Brandon Ingram, and all is well. But now people are investigating.
Is that a real bottom lip? If that is, she was blessed with the bottom lip.
Like, why does Glorilla look so different? It all started when Glorilla had this particular rhino.
I think I can recall, man. You know, I ain't no fan of none of this. I don't know much about it, but I can hear bits and pieces here and there in the wind. And I remember way back in the beginning, she said something like she ain't never get no surgery.
Plastic surgery a few months ago. And
y'all, we could tell that she got a nose job. And she came out and said, Andy, baby, we already knew. You didn't have to tell us. And it's, when I tell y'all the nose is so ugly, it is, y'all, it's like this.
You see this? What's wrong with this girl's natural, pretty black nose and lips? Why do these black women, the actual standard of beauty, they have every range of curve, dynamic, angles, complexion that you can imagine within the scope of beauty? You find it within black women, curves included, and they're not satisfied. It's crazy.
woo! I mean, damn, you can't please everybody. But hold on. Again, some people think that she looks completely fine.
Yo! So if you haven't been paying attention, this picture of Glorilla has been going viral on the internet because she looks completely unrecognizable. People are comparing this photo right here to this early picture of Glorilla, and I'm not gonna lie, it looks like two completely different people. This just goes to show you that you were never chopped, you were just broke. We see this all the time with celebrities because they get work done all the damn time. Somebody has said, I think it's either multiple layers of filler / Botox. This is the point where the enhancements should stop, but they always keep going and become unrecognizable.
Now, I want to deal with this unrecognizable part because
there's a gang of makeup caked up on top of all that. I don't know how that's attractive.
Glorilla has, in my honest opinion, a majority female audience. I would assume a black female audience. And of course,
and that's a decent shot of her. Like, if she could have just stayed right there. Like, I don't know if she would. The nose look natural still, I think. I don't know. But that looked kind of like a natural look.
She was already lighter skinned, and now she has, some work done. But the question is, who is she trying to look good for? I mean, she already has Brandon Ingram. She has a large female audience. So what is the pressure of, this surgery? Because right now she looks, I would say, really updated and completely different than before. And that's for right now, while she is still young. But again, the person said that, hey, she could become unrecognizable. And we've already seen somebody have such an experience.
Now, I do not think that Vivica Fox is an ugly woman. However, this looks normal. Besides all the Botox, and they put too much Botox in the forehead, so it's spreading the forehead, because what it does is stretches your skin out when you do Botox, and when it dissolves, your skin gets thick. It's kind of like losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight, and the skin starts sagging, so they put more Botox in, so the face gets bigger and bigger.
Even though Vivica A. Fox...
where Kermit at? Kermit, come get your girl. Kermit the Frog, that is.
didn't get a rhinoplasty surgery to my knowledge. She did get some things done. One was a Botox injection, and then we also saw the BBL. Now, Vivica A. Fox has always been very, very beautiful, but then something happened with the Botox.
She looks like a normal 50-plus-year-old black woman. The BBL's a little off. It don't match the legs, but pause. Who is that? Who the is that?
Vivica A. Fox was so ashamed of what she looked like.
Kim.
She actually went to AI to change her appearance.
Wow.
Damn.
And it got so bad that people started making fun of Vivica A. Fox.
Well, what going on?
That looked like Tyler Perry on mama. That looked like Tyler Perry. Madea when she was young.
What going on, Vivica? What is this? They say you looking like Tyler Perry.
Oh God, she looked like Tyler Perry.
Now, this is what I want to talk about, because obviously Glorilla has this particular change in this dramatic new appearance, but let's look at what we are telling women in the industry or black women. Ultimately, you're telling these women that in order for you to look beautiful, regardless or if you're light skinned or dark skinned, you must undergo significant facial features. We have seen this with a bunch of artists. Meg Thee Stallion, we've seen it with
Meg been cutting on her face. Damn, I ain't realized that. Nicki Minaj too. I was so slow-tarded.
Nicki Minaj. We've seen it with Cardi B.
Knew she was doing an extra. Sheesh. Talking about she a real bitch. She got, acceptable nails, but fake nails, fake teeth, fake titties, fake ass, fake cheeks, fake nose. How could you possibly be a real anything?
And now we're seeing it with Glorilla. Now, at first, it would be a colorism argument, but we've seen that all of these four women, different skin tones, are from different parts of the Black diaspora, and they're changing their jawline. They have adjustments to their eye areas. You have nose jobs or BBLs. All of these women are transforming their looks. Of course, this happens with non-blacks also, but in the black community, this is what we're telling women, that if you want to be accepted, what you look like now is not enough. And then, of course, you pay this severe price, because as you get older and you have to keep getting these Botox injections, the same thing has happened also with Lala Anthony, other people. Your face almost seems, or it could become, like disfigured, And then
I hope he throw Tyra Banks in there, because Tyra Banks no longer looks like Tyra Banks. That bad Tyra Banks that was running track in the movie long time ago, young, the long ponytail. Nah, she's like a Russian soldier or something, still chopped up, facing like a pineapple freshly peeled.
But you know what the worst part of that is, gentlemen? Black men get blamed for their choices. Now, again, I want to talk about the changes that women do, especially cosmetically, but that can be correlated to black women's hair.
Why do black men always resort to attacking black women's hair in an argument? People argue in life. It's a normal thing. On social media, why are they so quick to attack a black woman.
Yeah, somebody from the outside asking this question sound ignorant as don't have no idea how black people argue. Do you know in the black community as kids, the first thing come out of your mama mouth, auntie mouth, your daddy mouth, your granny mouth, or your neighbor mouth, the kid up the street or at school, the first thing out their mouth was when they want to get mad at you, talk shit was, nappy-headed little boy, nappy-headed little girl, nappy-headed muff. So you from way down at the end with your accent, with your different texture of hair, are ignorant to a whole culture of a dynamic, of a demographic of people that's been going on, has nothing to do with social media, bro. And I want to say this. I can recall being young enough, being intimate with women when weaves and wasn't the norm. And being a sensual, passionate motherfucker, I understand, especially when you really own tweet-knacking and dream-knacking and all that, connecting with your intimate partner, there is value. There is a connection of electricity and energy when you are, just imagine when you all the way right where you're trying to be, not, I'm talking on that passion, you in that, you right there, and it's just, to be able to put your hand firmly on the skull and caress and massage and connect with your partner is something that I think in our community we are lacking. Like, I don't think we're lacking. I know we're lacking it. And I think it has a lot to do with the disconnect with our intimacy. This is a deep connection spiritually, intimately. And every time you getting in that groove, you go touch even getting head. If I'm go touch your head and I feel tracks, my hand immediately go off. I don't want to feel that. I heard a song recently where a female was like, she popping like, yeah, this is the way I love it. I love it like this. She was like, oh, just don't mess up my hair. Man, that is a disconnect. That hair thing. I remember being young enough where female will get her hair done, press and all that, look good for whatever we got going on, knowing you're going to sweat it out. It's just part of the struggle, baby. I throw it in some braids. But to never to be able to run your fingers through the hair and connect like that, especially in intimate moments, we missing out.
Hair by saying, oh, where's your real hair? Or, oh, you're wearing a wig or a frontal installation, whatever. You would think out of anyone, they would understand it the most because they grew up with moms or maybe sisters as well. But no.
Just none of your business. I hate, why is he speaking on our business, bro? But I do understand that there is a style of hair similar to this, and there's plenty of styles similar to this to where it could cause there can be more people embracing their natural hair and still being in the essence of their beauty. Go look how many different female styles that natural locks can provide, man. You don't have to go through all the chemical process and all the extensions and extras. It's not a necessity, even if you want to have a longer head of hair. I know we have a different texture of hair, and because of that, achieving some of the styles that are more popular in other cultures are a bit more difficult. So this is where you get the weaves, the wigs, and all that. It also, I don't know, I don't mind it for a look, but for a everyday total existence, I don't see how you can really connect with a partner who wears a helmet constantly, consistently, continuously.
Anytime they're on the back foot, it's straight to the hair. They're dissing their own women's hair.
Now, this guy is saying something that largely I've seen before. When black women make the decision to change their hair tone, black men come back and they criticize it. And then these black men are called misogynist. You don't really appreciate what a black woman looks like. But at the same time, these hairstyles are not really to please black men at all. It's more or less an insecurity issue. And this is what happens also when you look at, the Nicki Minaj types, you look at the BBLs, you look at the Glorillas. When you see these cosmetic changes, instead of them saying that they have, insecurity about what they look like in the industry, ultimately it will come back or be tied back to a black male preference. And you'll hear the same thing, with Vivica A. Fox. Although when you look at her, at first she was exceptionally gorgeous.
She gave up on trying anything but surgery. She up there eating every carb available.
Even 4 to 5 years ago, in her older age, she aged gracefully. But what Vivica A. Fox did, she went and got a BBL, which in my opinion didn't serve her purposes at all. And then now the Botox injections are making her face.
What type of old woman want her dookie bowl better? Why'd you worried about your dookie bowl at that age? Like, you past that age of dookie bowl concern. I don't get it.
Swollen. And so then again, when you hear some of the reasons for why these women are doing this, they're going to come back and say the same reason as to why they get the weave. But the reality is this.
I made a post about how Black women are upholding this whole texturism thing in the Black community, how we're the only ones complaining about certain textures. We're the only ones complaining about, not being able to manage our hair.
We're the only ones with such a wide range and variety of textures.
Why are Black women commenting talking about, it's Black men fault? What the fuck do Black men got to do with the fact that you don't like your hair? Mind you, as a Black woman, I have never met a Black man who did not like natural hair. But for those of you who have,
you cheating though, baby, with your chocolate fine ass with that old silky shit on top of there. You know you don't really fit the conversation. But I know you deal with the struggle of colorism. So go and speak your speak.
What the kind of do y'all even be around?
And I'm using the natural hair argument because this is the same argument that I want to use when it comes to women and their enhancements. And I know obviously not every woman will do what Glorilla is doing, but some may see her and feel that she looks beautiful and this is a goal for them. The reality is that a Black male partner is not going to choose you because you have a BBL. He's not going to choose you because you're doing what Glorilla is doing. You have a rhinoplasty and all of that. The reality is for women who participate in these cosmetic surgeries.
You're telling me this woman right here, as pretty as she is, but as unique as her face is, if she started getting red, she supposed to start going to get some surgery to change her features just because she doesn't look like the average or the norm? She is beautiful, man. No blemishes, smooth skin. But because of the way some of her features are designed, I guess y'all women would encourage her to go get some touch-ups. That's crazy.
I've never really seen it enhance their ability to get a man. I mean, let's look at Cardi B. She's gotten all of these things. And what has it gotten Cardi B? To be a side chick of Stephon Diggs. Woo! In the case of Nicki Minaj, she has Kenneth Petty, the jailbird. Woo! In Glorilla, she's still writing out her chapter. So we don't know what she will become. But the reality is that working on all of these things, which is your outer appearance, it shows that these women are more concerned about this instead of working on what most people care about, which is who you are as a person. When you listen to what got Cardi B popular in the first place was not her BBL. It wasn't her surgery. It was people listen to her talk on Instagram. She was funny. She could connect with people. When you go to her Twitter spaces, that's what you hear now. Same thing with Nicki Minaj. That's what you hear now. People love them because of them. The same thing with Glorilla. She is relatable. And also in the dating market, if you're a woman, it's great to be attractive.
If you finna on Nicki Minaj, she looking like that, you've been with her all night trying to get naked, and you can't run your fingers through that hair. It's like I've been false advertised all night. That shit is inviting my fingers to come slide through it while I'm digging you out. But that's really not gonna happen. So it's like it's not really there. It's not really what it appears to be. And that I don't feel like anyone should be forced to have to deal with that on a day-to-day basis.
But nothing was wrong with Glorilla in the first place. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because
I won't tear you out the plastic because you acting brand new and you can't even tear the package, man. Come on, that was a good one. I was probably the wrong song, wrong artist, but they got that song, Tear Me Out the Plastic, but they don't really want to get to it. You better not touch my hair.
So many Black men are talked down upon because you don't like Black women in their own original format. And when Black men talk about weave or these BBLs or these rhinoplasty surgeries, in which they always talk what they don't like and women get them anyway. And when
shout out O'Shea Du Jackson, he's just about finished. If y'all want to hear the totality of his commentary, you can go on over there to his channel. But yeah, it looked like Glow had a glow up, but she needs to slow up because in the end, love won't show up. You know what? She looking like somebody different. She should have listened to her own self that she said in the beginning. She said she wasn't going to do it, but she got to it.
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway car, but I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
Come on this way.
Huh?
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see, barely. I'm innocent. I ain't do nothing. I don't know what's going on. All I know is my side of the story. I can't tell no other story. I'm innocent. And Mama, I love you. P.O.P. all the time. Right, these all good pimp squad, baby, for life.
That personal. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.